All right, I call this meeting to order at 4:04 p.m. Roll call. Here. Nicholas. Here.
Adam. Kate. Here. Lydia. Here. And Benjamin.
Here. We're good. Okay, public comments. Are there any public comments? Advisor announcements. Any advisor announcements? Okay, if not, then moving on to business item 1, 2024-2025 DASG budget transfer. This item is to discuss and possibly approve the transfer of 100,000 from the restricted fund balance account 41-32300 surplus reserve for next year's budget to 41-32100 general reserve as agreed by the DASG Finance Committee during the 2024-2025 budget deliberations. So, Lisa?
Can you put up the?
Yep.
Yes. Okay, so who was here on the budget, last day of the budget deliberation? Okay, so remember at the very end, we talked about the 100,000 going from this restricted fund balance account right here, surplus reserve for next year budget, and moving it up to the general reserve account. So basically, that's what it's doing. After this is approved at the finance committee officially, then it goes to the floor of the Senate. That'll be on Wednesday. Before I can do a journal entry to move 100,000 from this fund balance account to the general reserve, the vote needs to happen here. So are there any questions about that? No?
Okay. Yeah, so there's something we already kind of discussed and kind of already almost agreed upon. So can I get a motion for this? Okay.
We have to see the numbers.
Yep. Yeah. I guess you do.
So I was supporting the transfer of $100,000 from the restricted fund balance account 4132000 surplus to their financial bucket 412100 general.
Second. Moved by Kate, seconded by Nicholas. Are there any objections? No objections. This motion passes. Moving on to business item 2, 2024-2025 DASG budget, Fund 46, DASG Student Representation Fund. This item is to discuss and approve the allocations for the 2024-2025 DASG budget for Fund 46. Totaling $68,423.44. So, Dennis?
Yeah, this is just to, make the budget deliberations, at least like the finance committee part of it official. So all we need at this point, unless there are any other changes, we just need a motion to approve the allocations for the 2024-2025 DHE budget for Fund 46, total $68,403.
Does anyone have any questions first about this? Fund 46, the amount, process we went through, anything like that? Okay, if not, can I get a motion then? For approval?
I move to approve the allocations for the 2024-2025 DSG budget for Fund 46 totaling $68,423.44.
Can I get Okay, moved by Nico, seconded by Ben. Are there any objections? No? Okay. This motion passes. Moving on, business item 3, 2024-2025 DASG budget, Fund 41, DASG general fund. This item is to discuss and approve the allocations for the 2024-2025 DASG budget for Fund 41. DASG general fund totaling $1,557,751. Well, thanks.
The same thing as the above, unless there are any questions or anything else, we just need a motion to approve in the finance committee. So that it can then go to the Senate.
Question, when is the Senate meeting?
So this upcoming Wednesday, we're going to be presenting it to Senate as a discussion and information item. And then after that, the following week is when we'll be doing budget deliberations at Senate. Yeah, so again, just to kind of go about how it works, it needs 2 approvals, if I'm not mistaken, right, Dennis? Yeah, at the Senate level, so let's say in one meeting, we get an approval and everyone's okay with it, then after that, we need another meeting to get it approved again, and that's when it becomes official.
Without changes between,
Yes,
if there are any changes, then the second approval becomes the first approval again.
right, yeah. Actually, Dennis, I just have one question regarding to when we present it to Senate. Do we just present kind of like the bigger overall numbers and then that's about it? Or do we go like, how in depth do we go in terms of like what
Well,
we?
you go through each page
Hmm.
and just say, here are the, the recommendations from the finance committee. If you have any items that you want to highlight them and maybe give rationale for why the changes might have happened. If there was a big cut to some program, for example, or something like that. And then you would ask, okay, are there any questions on any of the accounts on this page? And then you just go through going in and then find questions, and that's it for the presentation.
I see, so just go over it more like generally and then just point out the ones that I think needs to be highlighted and then that's.
Yeah, and answer any questions.
Okay.
That, about those or any other.
All right,
Even
yeah,
if you don't have that.
that's great. So if I'm not mistaken, the ones that took notes, Nico and Kate, you guys took notes for everything. Can you send that your notes in the finance chat? All right. And then probably me and you, we can probably present in Senate later. Yeah, we can be the ones to present in Senate. I think that.
Do we want to share it with the Senate or just for ourselves? The
What?
notes, are we gonna share it to the whole Senate or just ourselves?
Well, the notes,
Yeah,
rationales.
just for finance, at least for now.
Yeah, at least for now,
Just
just
for
finance.
finance.
Yeah. That's something we can kind of look over and like think about, how
That
to,
would be
like
sort
what's
of
ahead of it.
reference material for the finance committee members if they get asked about certain accounts. Okay. We still need a motion. don't we?
Yes, we do need a motion. So can I get a motion to approve? Yes,
Allocations for the 2025 budget for Fund 41, totaling $1,557,751.12.
A second.
moved by Kate, seconded by Nico. Are there any objections? Going once. Going twice. Okay, no objections, this motion passes. So, well, first of all, congratulations, I guess at least at the finance committee level, we've finished budget deliberation, so. We'll need to,
At least for the dollar amounts, we still will need to go over The stipulations, maybe we'll do that next week, we'll know. We usually wait until it's gone through one round at the Senate first, before we talk about the finance level. And then we'll approve them and then take the Senate for approval. So yeah, so there's still a bunch of deliberations. And then I don't know if you've already talked about this or not, but we covered this budget presentations, and then of course the presentation outcome and such.
Right, yeah. So at least for the like the weeks we've had budget deliberations, I'm trying to just keep the finance meetings a bit like, you know. Not too long, because I know we've already like done quite a bit of budget deliberations, and we're gonna do a little bit more of that. But as we kind of transition, as we're kind of like heading towards the end of budget deliberations, I mean, at least in finance, we're done. Then the senators just have to deal with whatever we have to deal with in Senate. We're gonna have to move to the next steps in budget deliberations. And that's gonna be like preparing for the presentation, right, things like that, handling the logistics for that, the cover book, as what Dennis mentioned. So yeah, we're going to be doing that a little bit later, but at least for today, I think it's okay to keep this meeting short. As was that called? We are just wrapping up with finance budget deliberations heading into Senate. So does anyone have any questions regarding the process again? You guys are also, like, interns are free to join the Senate budget deliberations if you guys are interested. But yeah, is there anyone here who wants clarification on anything budget deliberations right now? Are we all good? Okay, if not, feel free to ask anyways, if you have any questions later on. I think senators, you guys ready for budget deliberations? Yeah, okay, cool. So with that, I guess we can move on to public comments. Are there any public comments? No public comments? Any advisor announcements?
Well, first, I want to say congrats to all of you. This is probably one of the smoothest budget deliberation process we've ever had. So congrats and thank you, Itzet, for taking the leadership on that. I agree. Let's try to keep these meetings shorter. That way on Wednesdays, we can fully kind of invest our energy and time because starting, I guess it's next week, these meetings will be longer. I do need, Malia, just as a side note, I'll need kind of a count for how many people will be there so I can arrange for the dinner because we will be having dinner at the meetings. Other than that, I would say is let's just make sure that when we start these budget deliberations at the Senate meetings, that you have all your notes prepared, that I would review the notes to make sure that when we have questions about a certain budget proposal recommendation, that we are prepared to reason or provide a reason for why we recommended that amount. Okay, so you all have to do that homework to ensure that you have all your notes kind of, organized. Maybe just review it before the Senate meeting to do a refresher of all of the, especially some of the major requests. Okay, that way we're not struggling and trying to figure out, and you guys are all staring at each other trying to figure out what to say when senators have questions about the budget recommendations. Other than that, have a good rest of the week.
All right, yeah, thank you, Hanju. Are there any other advisor announcements? Dennis, Lisa? No? Okay, introduction and approval of prospective interns. Is there anyone here who wants to be an intern? But is not officially an intern? Okay, so here's what's gonna happen. You guys can line up over here, just like to my right. And then please just say your name in the meeting, like which meeting this is. So if this is your second meeting, say something like, hey, my name is Isa, this is my second meeting. Just type your full name and then the meeting number. Do this. Okay. All right. What?
I'm Amna, and this is my second meeting.
I'm Scott, this is my second meeting.
Did you email me back?
I'm Michi, I'm this second meeting.
Hi, I'm Pranitha, this is my second meeting.
Hi, I'm Shintaro. This is my first meeting.
Hi, I'm Madhav, and this is my first meeting.
Hey, any other prospective interns that have not come up? All right, I adjourned this meeting at 4:20 PM.